Alright, so this is the first time I've announced my stream anywhere. I'm not used to that. Um, if anyone's wondering about that, I kind of just wanted to get hours under my belt doing this before trying to get anybody to pay attention. Um, and I know it's not a lot telling the Pauper rip, but figured I should tell somebody this time. Said we're gonna start at 7:30, so I'm just getting things ready. Oh. And I like to get the, I didn't get out here early enough, but I like to get the sunrise. I'd like to capture the sunrise. If it starts raining, I might have to call an emergency cease to the stream, but clouds are moving overhead, things are dry. I think it should be fine. So this is probably like my 5th stream now. The first ones were just training, make sure I could get everything ready and going, but never once had anybody in the audience. So I'm a little bit extra nervous about um just the fact of letting people know. Told them I'm gonna be here from 7:30 to around 2 or 3, so I'm just gonna keep that up. Hopefully today the internet will be steady and I can keep I hate when it asks a question like that. I know it's just me being inept, but I'm just gonna go ahead and close them. I'm really hoping that it'll offer me the restore later, but when it says it like that, it's like, are you sure you want to just close those? So, kind of felt like I was just pressing the X button. Still got a few minutes before I want to start up a game. And I'm more than willing to do a league. I just, you know, costs money, and I don't want to, like, time out on a game. Not time out, but, lag out. Like, if my internet connection fails and I lose the game, I'd be so salty, man. But if that's what people want to see, that's what I want to do. So, I'm not against it. I keep looking at what I did a minute ago with my hat. This is me freaking out because I'm worried people are gonna show up. Should have planned this out better. I got no cigarettes. I'm gonna try and get back into the vibe that I had yesterday and just make it a chill stream. I'm not worried about nothing. Oh, I don't know nothing about this whole thing, but I'm blundering through just this. I figure if I play 10, 20 hours a day on Magic, I should do the diligent thing and at least stream it. I know my audio is terrible though. I'm waiting for somebody to complain about that. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna say. I'm just sure someone will say something. Got AirPods I could set up to my laptop. That'd be a lot of effort for an impermanent thing in my mind. I'd like to get a proper headset, but I don't know about this outdoor stuff. I might need a boom mic. That's what a friend was recommending to me when I was saying I want to stick to this outdoor thing. I saw somebody showed up yesterday. Somebody was watching me play at the very end. I like that the Reddit post chose my YouTube channel as the first link, so the picture of the fat cat. That cat's name is Adele, by the way. It's my sister's cat. That's the picture on the Reddit. That's pretty good. I did not intend for that. I was listening to yesterday's stream this morning to try and get an idea of what the audio generally sounds like. And it was pretty tinny, so I'm a little bit worried that this one's going to be just as tinny. But I don't have a proper fix for that right now, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Just going to get started. Should have been doing this long ago, in my opinion, so it's always best to just do things rather than be afraid of them. The Logan Nine Fingers quote, best to do a thing than live in fear of it. And so here I am, sitting online in this great river we call the stream. And I do feel exposed, I'll be honest. Naked and cold. But it's 7:30, so I can stop thinking about nothing and try and play a game. I might add a note for the next game, like live streaming, if you want to check my hand. Hey, we got a match. Hopefully we got a match. We got a game one. Oh, I get so salty when they don't let me play my sideboard. That's a risky keep, but I like having two prismatic strands. And Goliath as an endgame, like it's going to happen if we hit the lands, is a nice feeling. But I'd like to see 3 lands. But our draws can be pretty good from here. Like, an Azorius Chancery would be dope. Any land would be dope. I'm guessing we're up against Boros from that. I'm gonna grab the blue to play it safe, like just assuming that we draw nothing but plains, but generally doesn't happen. But like if I use the Ash Barrens to go find the plains, or if I just played the Ash Barrens out, I might find myself kicking myself for it down the road. I've also thinned the deck of 1 less land, so now it's even harder to find. Looks like we're playing against Boros that can't find a land either. So we might be fine. And we're absolutely fine. We're gonna drop the Bugler, hopefully finding like a card draw creature. No, nothing. That's fine too. It's a decent body on its own, and it's a great ephemerate target just having it around. And who knows, he might want to bolt this thing. Hopefully he lets me untap mana before he decides that, though. Because then I can juke him with strands. He let me untap. I don't have a land, so I'm trying to lean on strands as much as possible. Now keeping the hand with the Goliath Paladin feels real bad drawing two of them. But that's the game. Game 2 will probably swap the Paladins for Dust to Dusts. Since they don't have a hard time putting bodies on the field, but especially if they're running Rebirth. But I usually like cutting Mole Drifter instead because Mole Drifter, they might bring in Pyroblast if they see the Mole Drifter. They just assume that we've got more blue spells than just Mole Drifter, but oh, there's a squirrel. 2 squirrels. Hey, buddies. You guys are my first audience. We find the 4th land, and I'm gonna go ahead and cycle the Ash Barrens and then play it out, keeping up Strands mana. There's nothing I can do with 4 mana anyway, so might as well just develop it a little bit slower. And if he puts that token in front of the Bugler, I'm just blocking, or I'm just strandsing. They don't have a lot of red creatures, so getting that active and in the graveyard is pretty decent. Next turn, an untapped land would be phenomenal, but we've reduced the chance of that by a little bit. I'm of the opinion that you always use strands if you can, to like trade for a real card. Like so far, this strands is 1.5 cards because we got the half card out of that, the token. And now it's 2.5 cards. So I'll probably trade the ambush paratrooper as well. But that's fine, because now he's not doing anything. I'm gonna go ahead and ephemerate this guy since he's tapped out. Grab the Overseer and play it. Hopefully getting a mana. No. Oh, I should have attacked first. Ooh, that was really silly of me. But now he's gotta try and kill both of these guys in order to turn off my ephemerate. So he needs a journey and a bolt. And he's used 2 bolts already. We can anticipate that. He played the Agent Den this turn, so revealing a land off of this is going to hurt him, not help him. But he reveals a bolt. So I'm thinking maybe I should have kept the strands around and not used it to protect the paratrooper, but if he, yeah, because he didn't have the Ancient Den last turn or he would have played it. So but then he would have had the bolt up for the ephemerate. I don't know. I just realized I had strands in the yard still, especially with the, well, now I can put strings together. Ooh, I really should have just waited to draw the land. I hate when I play on my upkeep on accident. Alright, well, we have the lands now. And I'm gonna try and use Prismatic Strands this turn to get it into the yard so that I can protect the initiative. This is how you beat this deck, is their cards just don't matter. And we're gonna go ahead and use this, knowing that it doesn't really matter if he kills it because we just want this in the yard. Like I'm not gonna use it a second time, but he's obviously afraid I'm gonna use it a second time. Dope. That's a lot of work to get 2 damage in. This is the thing, is you just make their deck work way too hard. So now we just drop the Paladin, and he can't take the initiative because we've got Strength in the yard. So he might be able to kill it. But he definitely won't be able to take the initiative. Unless he's maybe got a Monastery Swift Spear in there and another journey. But he's fishing, so it's not very likely that he has exactly. Well, he could still could have Monastery Swift Spear and journey. Just gonna make a samurai? Yeah. It's a really weird line of play. And now we just forge up the Paladin. We go to our main phase this time. Ugh. We're gonna drop an Inspiring Overseer and hold up Strands. And get ready to start Mole Drifting. See, I thought he wanted 2 attackers next turn. If I can get away with just jump blocking the Core Skyfisher and not spending the Strands, I'm going to. As is, he has to kill the Overseer. And see, once they diversify their colors, we should have a board by this point, so we're not actually worried. Gain 2 life. Temple Acolyte, a little bit weaker. Alright. You gonna sacrifice 8 artifacts? Can't see that happening. Do I use strands now? I'm of the opinion that you always use strands. It's just, that's the reason I got it. And it puts it into the graveyard while he's tapped out, too. So he can't just lightning bolt something now while it's on the stack. This is another reason that you just play in main phase 2. Like, unless what you're going to do is going to affect your attacks. Yeah. Now that he's got red creatures, I want more blockers, so I can't just chomp block it. With all of these paladins, I think it's just time to go, right? Let's see. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 mana. I mean, I definitely want to be at 10 mana, so I think I'd probably Molder, right? And this might net me another Strands. Even better, though, I get Ephemerate. So, let's see, he's got some dudes over there. But I don't think he can invest enough to kill it. I think he just has to chomp. And so now we're looking at a prevent all damage from red type situation. Maybe we double block the Skyfisher, and if he's not okay with the trade, we Ephemerate Moldrifter. If these guys can get like 2 or 3 birds out early, a couple Glint Hawks, and a core Skyfisher, it can be an issue. Like they're not weak. Is he gonna sacrifice a land to try and kill Inspiring Overseer? He sacrificed... What did he sacrifice? Oh! Oh, really? The Batterfist? I wanted to save Strands in the yard that turn, because next turn I'm trying to play 2 Paladins. So... initiative... And there's our untapped land. Try another 2 cards just to be safe. Let's just scare him. Let's just ruin the meta. Is this 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's only 9! Why did I think I was at 9 last turn? That's messed up. That's awful. I guess it's gonna be 1 Goliath a turn for a while. No. He's just done with the Goliaths. Now see, I've got a mind that he's gonna bring in Pyroblasts. He's gonna call that a game that Moldrifter won. And so if he brings in Pyroblasts and I take out Moldrifter for Dust to Dust, isn't that pretty good? Totally mono white now, right? That works. It works. I'm gonna give it a try. Because the Paladin, I normally cut the Paladin there, but that's how you get bigger than them. That's how you ignore them mattering. That's a bad Chancery hand. Mangu, stop telling me to run for Chancery. There we go, though. That's decent, I think. I'm gonna toss the Strands, have the 2 flyers. I really need to see a card draw creature, and there are Raven and Inspiring Overseer, but I need to see a land before that, so this one is scary. This is a bad keep, but it worked out. With 24 lands, it's always gonna work out. Oh, I gotta stop being a Mount Head. Hey, land number 2. We're both there now. I've got 2 2-drops, so I'm gonna try and get them moving. I'm gonna send them out. And if he plays another artifact, I can Dust to Dust him. Or without playing like a Glithawk or something to pick up the first one. Cannot be played this turn. So yeah, here Moldrifter would probably be a whole lot better. But oh man, yeah. Yeesh. I still get another chance because I won the first game. As long as we don't go to time. Because I'm not winning on time. Go for it. Gal Blast a second one. There we go, there's 2 artifacts. Maybe this can turn around. A couple of life gain lands would patch up these turns we're missing. Oh, I hate journeying Core Skyfisher. He's got a Dawnbringer Cleric. It's not worth it. He's got a Dawnbringer Cleric. But I haven't seen any secret ways in his list. So it's probably whatever. I can't believe this is gonna work out. This is not gonna work out well. He's got a Dawnbringer Cleric. I've already seen it. And I made fun of it. It's good here now. I should have taken out Journeys instead of Moldrifters. His hand is full of Pyroblasts. That's the real answer. Yeah, I knew it. Alright, next game. I'm gonna keep Moldrifter this time. He can't always have Pyroblast, that's just silly. I'm gonna toss that for my own Dawnbringers and 2 Dust to Dusts. Hopefully that'll do something. I mean, that does something. It's by 4 lands, or 4 life and 3 mana. So, it's not bad. If and he's got Cleansing Wildfire, I'm in for a trial. What's that red gonna do? Red doesn't do much. I am also going to develop a 2/3, I think. I do really want to find a land, though, but this turn specifically, I have one and I'm not desperate. Next turn, I'm desperate. So, while he's probably going to bolt this, he might be absolutely terrified of Moldrift or Ephemerate. We might pull off a Moldrift or Ephemerate if he's tapped out a red. A land is nice, but I need a colored source, so I have to cycle it for a white. And then since I got a land, I'm gonna play a Bugler. Hey, that's pretty clean. I think I want to... While he's tapped out, I'm gonna... I just played a land. So if I cast a Moldrifter, I have to discard. So instead, I'm going to cast Inspiring Overseer and Ambush Paratroop. Yeah, I'm gonna try and protect the Bugler a bit. I'll trade the Paratrooper for a Rebel token, though. Partially because I want to get something out of my hand, and partially because it's pretty decent value. It is trading a real card for half a card, but with Moldrifter, you can afford to do that. With 6 mana, I'm going to do an Overseer and a Bugler. Especially since he left up all that red. I'm just a little bit worried about those Pyroblasts. Not because they're good, but because I don't want them to be good. But if they're just sitting in his hand and he never taps out, they might never be good. But I can start attacking in now. Because Bugler's way bigger than Inspector. And the Batter Fist only makes it 2-1. I hate the name Batter Fist. Like, sure, it's a play on Batterskull, right? Batterskull is whatever. But Batter Fist makes me think about, like, donuts, man. You got pancake batter on your fist? Let's have the 2 damage then. I'm gonna swing for 6. I'm almost like 100% sure that both of those are Pyroblast now. So with that in mind, I think I'm just gonna bait a little bit longer. Yeah, that's the thing about Overseer. Overseer's not a blocker. Overseer's an attacker. That they have to keep their core Skyfisher around as a blocker for. And that's where Bugler really lines up alongside Overseer way better than Roving Harper does, being at 2-2. He's got 1 right up now. Ooh, it looks like he's going to spend it, though. Because he probably wants that Batter Fist in play. So we're going to get to cast a Mole Drifter. Yeah, in play is way better than in hand, right? Yeah. Keep the Skyfisher back. Yeah, come on, it's cool. It's chill. Okay. And now we're cleanly at Mole Drifter Prismatic Strands, which is a phenomenal turn of events. We can attack in with all of these guys. If he multi-blocks, we can try and fog it, but if he single blocks, we can just eat him. And now we just eat it, prevent all damage from red. We gain 2 life. Might as well cast it. Lock him out of bolts for the rest of the turn. I want him to use a Pyroblast on the Mole Drifter. Because as is, it looks like he's got the 2 Pyroblasts up again. But also, we can ambush now. Yeah, you're good. Let's see. 3 of an inspector can't attack. But that one gets in 3, 6. I mean, I should attack with it just the same. Alright. Let's see what he blocks. Ambush paratrooper. Hump the whole team. Where does that put us in this race? Oh! Whoa! Eee. Ah! These chanceries. There we go. That's a decent chancery hand, and since I'm gonna be shuffling, I can safely put that on the bottom. I played a game yesterday where I put all 3 of them on the bottom with a bugler trick. Not all 3, but 3 out of 4. And it didn't see him for the rest of the game. Absolutely crazy. We got a wildfire list this time, so I hope he doesn't have another one in hand. Or maybe he doesn't care, because I was signaling Ruland hard. Plains, I think. If he cleansing wildfires, that'll probably turn it into an island. But yeah, turn it into an island. Well, now he's not getting ahead, so it's whatever. Now he is getting ahead, so it's not whatever. This is pretty frustrating. Absolutely need to find a land next turn. Terrifying need. Oof. We might just have to concede. Well, I don't see black mana. Still don't see black mana. That was pretty decent for me. Didn't draw a land though. And I can't come back from this. Man. Maybe I go down on a couple Mole Drifters and a couple Goliath Paladins. That's a hard one, though. But I think I want the Dust to Dust for this guy. This guy's trying to just have more mana than me so he can just do more every turn. So knocking him back 2 turns is legit. And he's playing synthesizers, so he's really greedy. And there we go with the perfect hand. Oh my god, that last one was really frustrating. I think I want to keep on the draw plan. Because I really want to see a Dust to Dust. He's playing all 12 of them. Just to get that Mountain Goldmire start. That's a hard one to get. Mountain Goldmire, Cleansing Wildfire. That's 3 cards as opposed to the less generic Red Bridge plus Red Bridge plus Cleansing Wildfire and 1 land. So he brought in Graveyard Hate for me, which is always funny. If he taps out next turn, we've got Mole Drifter Ephemerate, and then we'll find a couple more Dust to Dust, and the game's over. Now we gotta win the next one. Not worried. Please tap out. Greedy, greedy. I'll show you the error of your ways. He saw me reveal the Mole Drifter. He knew it was in my hand. And we get to play an Ash Barrens. Cycle an Ash Barrens. That's not too bad. That one, huh? Oh, he did get them both. He couldn't get them all, though. I still get a clue. Militia bugler and oof, nothing. Islands. Yeah, you're gonna play the paratrooper, end a turn, and cycle. Maybe I should just use the journeys to scrub those guys. That way their Dawnbringer doesn't do anything. Well, now I'm gonna trade a paratrooper for Glinthawk. He's not gonna be happy. I think I will just journey the token. He's probably got a Dawnbringer in hand, like, oh, finally! Nah, actually. No good attacks there. I don't want to sacrifice Thraben Inspector to get in 2 damage. So let's just start ambushing and prismatic strands. Yep. I'm gonna take that one too, just as a haha funny. Let's see. We definitely have 5 now. Do we have 7 though? Yeah, we totally got 7. So we can journey this guy and pump in. Pump and swing. Yep. Three, 4, 5. For real, Ambush Paratrooper is insanely good. I don't get why people just look at it and say, eh. Five is not hard. Certainly late game, but when your whole curve is 3 and 4, You gonna sacrifice 2 things to get rid of him? I'm definitely pretending like I've got ephemerate loaded up. See what we can get. Yeah, let's just continue not worrying. He's not doing anything. He's dying soon. I will prismatic strands to protect creatures. He does nothing. I play Mole Drifter. He casts Pyroblast. Ooh, hey. That was pretty decent luck. I'm gonna hold up all this protection, honestly. I don't think I need to risk much to get Overseer on the board. I have no idea why the mic is echoing like that. Doesn't make much sense to me. Prevent all damage from red, block this guy, and then take out his samurai token. Double block it so he has to kill 2 guys. And shooting the batter fist doesn't save him. Oh, this is an insanely involved game. Pick out his token once again. Oh, I should have done that first, because now I can just shoot it into the Overseer. That's whatever. I'm just gonna shoot the Overseer no matter what. We have 2 ambush paratroopers in the yard, so there's still 2 more. There's one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can double pump, but I'd much prefer to pump in response to his munitions activations. And with that in mind, I don't want to just play it out end of turn here, like that. That I will play, though. And first this time, too, so he can't juke me with the value. Yeah, who are you shooting it at? Alright. And this is when I ambush on in. Buff it by 1. What's he targeting now? Oh! Still the 3-bit inspector, huh? Well, I mean, he invested so much into it, he just has to kill it. It wouldn't make much sense otherwise. Now I swing out. That's cool. Still get to kill one. And get it in half your life and damage. And I still have Prismatic Strands activation up. Oh, they love that card. He's been waiting all year for me to kill a Skyfisher. You need 2 kill spells. Prevent all damage from red. Now we can rest. Now I know he doesn't have Dawnbringer Cleric, so I can take one of those Skyfishers, the untapped one, and take down half of his health again. With nothing but a beat cap. other card in his hand is Omen of the Dead, so I am going to use this Ephemerate and draw from the clue. After getting in my 2 damage, of course. And if he was like thinking and not hyper stressed, he should have 100% put Pauper Sky Fisher in the yard. But I got him on tilt. Ooh, just so close. Now he can't attack in, because I have multiple avenues of lethal. And this is game 3 now? Yeah? This might just be game 2. I think this is just game 2, huh? That's a shame. But obviously he's playing for time so that he can win on time, not actually win. Because he knows he lost this long ago. I'm just not putting in strong enough effort to physically kill him. I can afford to pay the 2 mana, he can't afford to sacrifice 2 things. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can double pump. So these 2 guys are a 3 and a 4. But he has to block them both, because they're both lethal. He really should have shot down the Inspiring Overseer while I was on the stack, too. We're only a minute behind. We can catch up. This guy's really dragging this out. And I've never once cared about my graveyard. I think that Mole Drifter was better than Paladin there. Paladin did not win the game, where Mole Drifter could have powered out the game a lot sooner. So I think going with Mole Drifter, man, I don't want the dust to dust. Yeah, I do. If he's taking me down on lands with Cleansing Wildfire, I need to be taking him down on lands. I think that was my original rationale. Decent hand. Doesn't do anything for a while, but it's decent. And now we're caught up on time. Oh, it's because he's trying to figure out if he wants to mulligan anymore. Yeah, because his deck's a pile of garbage. It's got no consistency. He has all the answers in the world and none of them at the right time. Oh boy, I wish I had another Plains. Or a Chancery. And we're gonna go with the Overseers to try and get some card draw going. We want to see... Muldrift or Ephemerate won us the game last time. Just being 4 cards ahead of him was a big deal. So getting up to 4 mana right now would be a big deal. Another chance. But just one more. Yes. He's got it for sure. So I'm gonna go with, or he's got Cast Down or Terminate or something. He couldn't cast Terminate right now, but he could cast a Bolt. I'm gonna go for the Overseer number 2. And I'm going to make him sacrifice his Draw's Forge Bridge if he wants to prevent damage. Getting that out of his hand is golden. If he taps down this turn, we're 100% doing Multi-Rhythm, right? Ooh, but now Dust to Dust is a ripe, threatening card. Well, he's not gonna attack anymore. Even though he's got the kill on it lined up. And then if we can get him to tap out here, which he's a lot more likely to tap out with only 3 lands, then it's go time for Ultra for Ephemerate. And it is. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, well, he's gonna remove it next turn, so might as well do this. Like, what's better than that? Taking his synthesizer away was incredibly important right there. He can't even play that one. Whereas I can now go for a bugler and protect it against a bolt. Yeah, that's cool. I'm seeing a few raindrops. See if he's got the bolt. No bolt. Which is pretty good for me, I think. I mean, I don't get to attack with it this turn, but is that really that big a deal? I've got 2 mole drifters, I want 2 paratroopers. Ah, 3 is fun too, though. And he doesn't have the bolt, he already showed me. So I'm gonna dig for lands. Well, greedy with his bolts. I can't believe he held on to that. That's pretty funny, actually. Bugler's not worth it, but stopping a mole drifter ephemerate. I think he's trying to win in a hurry. I see. Well, I don't think he has the cards for it, so I'm gonna try and win in a hurry. And I'm gonna prevent all damage from white next turn. Pretend like he's got me near dead. Oh, because he probably does. That's why he was holding on to the blast. let's see. Just got up to 6 mana. Now we're at 7. Those life gain lands are pretty good. But I want to do Strands again this turn. So, I'm just going to play it. Ooh, that was bad. I shouldn't have done that. Ugh. Next turn, I can still play Paratrooper and then attack. Maybe he's holding the 2 Ichor Wellsprings to kill the Paratrooper. Should be pretty funny. Man. I am scared of being in bolt range, for sure. This is why you play main phase 2. He didn't attack? Oh, jeez. That's good. Card draw creatures plus the anthem are so much fun together. Alright. Probably should have killed those Thraben Inspectors too, but... You know, he's got a lot on his mind. He plays a lot of cards that really don't matter. I can probably safely journey Glinthawks as well. But definitely gonna journey the token. Yeah, I'm not thinking much either. Prevent all red damage. I am trying to stress him out though, and just get him to worry about the clock more than me. And I've gotten him to use 3 blasts. So if he's got bolts, he's got bolts, but he's got 4 damage coming in if he swings out, and he can't swing out because he dies. He's gonna kill the paratrooper. I just happen to have 3 paratroopers, you know, nothing wild. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh man, this game is draining my brain. This guy won't give up. Do you have another removal spell? Let's see, another removal spell. Yep, Draven Inspector. I think I'm gonna get him to timeout now. That's cool, that's cool. Overseer. Mana and life. And journey another token. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, like at what point do you just decide that you can't win the game on 30 seconds, right? Like you physically can't. There you go. There's your 30 seconds. Impress me, man. Ooh, trying to play for clock. I see it. There's the clock play. Let's see if he can get the damage in. We win, I guess. These people. Man. See, I was at 13, he had 5, if he had 2 bolts, it had to be lightning bolts, maybe 1 blast, so bolt and a blast, 7, plus the 5, plus 1, he might have could have done it, if he played a little bit faster earlier. I need to make a graphic for restroom break. Bring up Pete. it's raining a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm seeing a little bit of rain though. What's funny is it's like straight blue right there. Wonder how well you can see that. There's like a canyon of clear skies right in the middle. And those skies seem to be clearing up. That way, and this is the way the wind is coming from. All the clouds are rolling that way. Wish I knew a bit more about weather. I'm going to assume that this is Goblin Combo. We don't have a good matchup versus Goblin Combo. We've got relics out of the sideboard though, but that's not great against the combo. It just kinda... It stops it, it totally stops it, but they can really play around it. Since I've got 2/2 I'm gonna start deploying. This guy might also be poison. I would imagine somebody who plays Goblin Combo would also play poison counters. Loud, huh? Well, Crab Token cannot block this 1/2. Ooh, man, the no-hits are coming in. I think that's 2 no-hits in a row. I don't know. I kind of don't remember the the positive hits. Tragic. So, assuming that he's not poison, but he's gonna be like Tolarian Terror, Serpentine Curve, I want to get my life points up so that an 11/11 isn't that scary, a 20/20 isn't that scary. See, I wasn't expecting Affinity, but I see it now. Blues Raven. Was Journey the good guy? We're pretty dead in the water here. Paratrooper might be able to do some work, but at the same time, we're under a lot of pressure. And killing him doesn't really do much with that blood fountain there. He's got 2 cards left. So it's not like he's running hot. And I get to bring in Dust to Dust instead of the Prismatic Strands. Revoke Existence instead of something else. Oh boy, do I hate Metallic Rebuke, though. It's just a little bit, 3 mana is just a little bit too expensive to, like, play around. To an extent where, like, I'm not even consciously playing around it when I do. Like, I just play a guy and still have 3 mana, and they're like, oh, I can't counter that, and I'm not even thinking about it. 3 mana is just too much to think about. It's just, auto damage in my mind. I mean, I can play around it this time. Tricky, tricky. Good job, boys. And the Paratrooper just don't stop. It's like if the Raven Inspector had unblockable, you know? It's not quite that good. It's even better because it blocks fairies. But we got Red Man over there. He's a greedy Grixis boy. Are we using that Red Man, or is it just for the artifact count? I think it's probably been 2 hours. I'm smoking a cigarette. But I'm running out of them. That's the main reason I'm not smoking as much. Go for Paratrooper. Journey to Nowhere. I'm just lucky he doesn't currently have the Deadly Disputes to fish it out of the yard. And very lucky that I drew all 3 journeys. Like, this deck doesn't have removal, and I've removed 3 creatures. Well, got 1 countered. Discarded a Blood Fountain. Maybe he thinks I'm not trying to kill his guys. I mean, at the current time and place, I'm not trying to kill his guys. I figured he would be, though. Maybe he's cutting Deadly Dispute. For just more do stuff kind of cards. Attributive kind of like stacking stuff. Now that he's got 2 frogs, I can't quite push the, well, let's see if he's got a Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, he's got it. That's whatever. It's kind of as figures. I wasn't excited about paying 5 mana to get in for 2 extra damage anyway. So just pulling the counter out of his hand is kind of nice. Hard Evidence. Good card. I can't run it because I run Ephemerate, but I'd like to. And I don't usually have blue early. I like the splash of blue for Mole Drifter because it's a late game thing. You can find the blue mana. Yeah. He discarded 2 Deadly Disputes, or did he use them? He sacrificed 1 Froggy. I'm gonna play that out in case he's running bolts. Because next turn I will pay the 5 for buffing the team and running them over. That'll be 3 extra damage. It's 5 mana, draw a play, and shoot a bolt. It's expensive, but it's free. Isn't that a conundrum? Counterintuitive logic. I'm not doing anything else with the mana at the moment. He quit. Fun. Fun, 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 fun. Eek. That's alright. It makes me scared to use the Ash Barrens to get the plains, but at the same time the hand is all white. I should be able to find another Ash Barrens or an Azurius Chancery before finding, I could also just play the Ash Barrens out, but I'd much prefer get a land developed and play Thraben Inspector on 2, because then on 3 I can crack the blue if I don't find another land in those next 3 draws. That, though, that makes me want to journey him. So I'm gonna go for the journey. Because if he's got Brainstorm, or, like, just gets lucky, that's a very fast clock. There's a 1 mana counter unless they pay 1 in blue, right? Like Mana Tithe? Is it Force Spike? I'm worried about a Force Spike, but at the same time, I want to get my flying blocker out right now. Before you can counter it with Spell Stutter. And next turn to be mana efficient, I'm probably just going to play Journey to Nowhere. Take out his Fairy Seer, really put him back. But I drew a land, so instead, I'm going to play Thraben Inspector and Journey. He's looking for something that he can use to get that Fairy Seer through, but I want to make it so he just doesn't have the Fairy Seer. and I have the ability to right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. That new Flash human that does the -2, -0 really changed Fairy's game plan, and really made Of One Mind a lot more of a legit card. Where they can like flash in a spell stutter end of turn and then play the guy and then draw 2 for 1. Basically 2 minutes since you have to play the guy, but it makes them a lot faster basically. I'm going to use Ephemerate to protect my Paratrooper, if I have to. He's got a lot of mana right now, though, so he can probably double spell me pretty easily. But I've got 3 Ephemerates, so tossing 1 wouldn't really hurt. But tossing 1 into a spell stutter sprite feels bad. I'm getting some light sprinkling. Very light rainfall. Now I wish I had that journey. Ooh. He's so mean to me. I get the 4th land. Oh, but now it really hurts that I didn't go get the island. Did I have to cast Journey on Delver on turn 1? I'm not certain that I did. He does run Brainstorm, though, so maybe he had it and he was lining it up. I hope I took it from him, that's all I can say. He wants to race. We are still winning the race. Spire Golem is a rough one. I don't see him too often these days, so I wasn't really playing around him. I was playing around the 1-mana 1/2 Flash Drogskull Rogue or something. Drogskull. I know he's a rogue and not a ninja, but definitely an honorary ninja. Are we going for the ninja? No ninja. Well, I'm going to try an Ephemerate because I have 2 of them, and because I have enough mana to crack a clue this turn. I have 3 of them even, and I need something. So, burning these isn't the worst. It'll feel bad later, but he didn't even counter it. Man, once again, I just want to hold off and wait, but I'm going to check this card for another Ephemerate. Oh. If he doesn't have Counterspell, and I could, like, legitimately have casted a Muldrift or Ephemerate, man. That Ash Barrens is haunting me. And if it was like an obscure storefront, I would have been forced to pay it and play it. I wouldn't have been able to journey the guy onto. And then maybe he's got counterspell for the guy on protection. Once again, I'm going to ask him if he wants to try and counter this. It's a miracle I can afford it, honestly. After missing a land drop. I'm just amazed he's letting him resolve, too. Like, if we're both just drawing cards, I think my cards are going to be better. So we got a counterspell out of his hand, and we've got 2 Mole Drifters coming. So, definitely not looking bad, in my opinion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I let this go. And I think I'm cycling for the blue and not drawing a card with the clue token because I've got enough cards. And he's definitely trying to play a ninja now. So he'll go down to 4 mana, hopefully. No? No ninja? Decent. Gonna cycle for a blue. I'm gonna try and do a Mole Drifter Ephemerate. And he's going to counter. But I prefer he counters the evoke cost here. I can just run it out twice. And I doubt he wants to snap this, but he probably will. Oh, it's bright. Sun just broke through the clouds. There's absolutely 0 chance of rain all of a sudden. It's amazing. This is how you beat blue, is you make sure every single spell that you cast must be countered. And when they can't keep up with that, you win. And he can't out-tempo me because of all the life gain lands. Yes, ninja for deep powers. We're well past ninja mattering, though. That's 1 card a turn. I'm in the Mole Drifter territory. Like, I bet he forgot about this. want to, I think, play another, or maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wonder what his last card is. What's the likelihood that it's, yeah, let's just develop the board for a turn. There's no way he's getting around this with the ninja. So I'll just go real wide, and I'll threaten to trade with the Spire Golem if he attacks in with it. I've got blockers for everything now. And if he doesn't allow the trade, then I ephemerate the Mole Drifter out of it. 2 cards on the top, huh? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's cool. So there's 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, this is 9. Okay, so I want to not play that. I want to go with Mole Drifter. Well, he's empty-handed. And I'm sure that infuriates his fairies. It certainly invalidates them. And we've played this whole game without prismatic strands. I often like prismatic strands in the blue matchup, but I'm almost thinking that it's not really necessary. I could bring in a couple of Revoke Existences over the strands to take out the Spire Golems and the Moon Circuit Hacker if he's got one of them. What's wild is I can almost see the game better on the stream than on the screen with all this sunlight. Oi. Hey, we got an untapped land, so we can go with another Bugler. Yeah. Aww. Right back in for another game. Let's see here. Totally keepable. Well, that's a pretty decent back one. It's the Kamigawa one. I like the Kamigawa Gangland. Now the trick is, do I play Chancery next turn? Yeah, I want to play Chancery. I want to get my tap lands developed. And I can discard a Strands early, which is generally useful. Usually not bad. Now he's looking like he's holding up counterspell. Yeah. So hopefully he'll tap out next turn. We'll draw an untapped land and evoke into Ephemerate. Yeah, but for real, we gotta evoke this Mole Drifter this next turn. If we don't get a land off the top of the deck, I'm going to play the Kabira Crossroads before I evoke it, because it would be too sad to see Ephemerate. Okay, so no land. We're just looking for our 5th land at this point. And yeah, he's not going to let that resolve either, so we're good. Getting the counter spells out of his hand. I guess he's a Gurmag Angler deck with the Modern Age. Just throwing generic fuel into the fire kind of situation. Let's go again. See if he's got that 3rd counter. Third counter found. And I think I go for it here because the likelihood of him having a 4th counter is very low, and us being able to take the initiative back is pretty guaranteed. Oh, and we have a Strands in the yard. We don't even have to let him take it. We can just Strands away the got a kill spell? No. He's desperate for a card. Let's see the Vector Glider attack in, and then we'll tap. And then he might counter it, but that's whatever. We're forcing him to. And that's the idea. That's how you beat blue, is you just keep pushing. And it's really hard sometimes. Sometimes they just have it all. Like, I was not betting on 3 counter spells. Hey, Terror! Gangler! Forge. Yeah. I probably should have flashed in the Ambush Paratrooper and forged that instead. That's a real shame. But what I can do is I can journey the angler. Let's see, I've got... Yeah, I can journey the angler and keep open ephemerite for my guy, while chumping the vector glider with this. Oh! Ah! Oof. If I lose this and he's at 5, I'm gonna be sad. I wasn't expecting the terror with the modern age, but it's working out for him. Don't let him have anything. He's got 1 card in hand. I've got him fairly well under control. I can even threaten this just for the, like, salt in the wound. Because he's got 1 card in hand. What is it? Yeah, I don't think he wanted to do that, especially post blocks. That was pretty good for me. I can push him through the trap. And yeah, these guys just have to come down. Because I need 1 chomp blocker. Probably need 2 chomp blockers if the Delver flips, but he is top decking, so I think we're in the winning position. Especially if he attacks with both of his guys, I might let him have the land out of his deck. Just because it's not real, it's not really any advantage. There's loose focus, so now that we know about that, we can just play around it. Well, he discarded it. So now we don't know what he got. You get a land. It's looking mighty close to I'm gonna lose this match by 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I played a land last turn. Did I not play a land? No, I played Radiant Fountain. Okay. Right, I drew a land after cycling twice. Very upsetting. If you just attack with that, I'm keeping the Monarchy and going to the Throne of the Dead 3. You can't do that, man. I mean, I guess you want me to go to the Throne of the Dead 3. It's definitely Big Mole Drifter. Goliath Paladin. Alongside Bugler. Hey! Hey! Oh, I love the Throne of the Dead 3. I won't torment the guy. thinking about swapping out Overseer here for Spirited Companion. Just to get out on the ground earlier. Have multiple options, not just Ambush Cleric or Ambush Paratrooper. And Spirited Companion is pretty good with Ephemerate early, and I found myself having to do Ephemerate on Thraben Inspector, which is definitely a no-no. And Spirited Companion. And so I think that'll lower the curve just a little bit. It means that we don't have a way to get from 3 to 4 anymore, but we might be able to Spirited Companion Ephemerate on the same turn. Or Spirited Companion hold up Ephemerate if they tap out. People usually tap out in the early turns. You can take advantage and get 2 cards for 1. So, I'm going to give that a try. And I'm going to fight this guy that's asking for competitive. Blue's a competitive color, right? That's nice to find, because I did not want to journey with Raven. The Bugler really takes care of Raven. Oh, was that turn 3? You got a land, man? I hope you got a land. We have 5 mana. We just gotta get control over the board. And this guy goes and gets another Militia Bugler. Aw, best play. Best play in the world. I love playing a 3 mana 2/3 and keeping the exact same card in hand. That is phenomenal. Oh, I'm so scared of Journey. Journey's not a good card in this matchup, I'm not thinking. And I also should have played the Plains, just front the Ephemerate, but I guess since I'm fronting, I might as well front the Counterspell. Yeah, I can't reasonably attack in with him yet, so it doesn't matter. Next turn I can maybe get them both turned sideways. That's a decent journey target. I could journey both the Dawnbringer and the Rafine. Maybe I shouldn't use both journeys right off the bat. We'll go for another Bugler and then journey. Or do we just jam Moldrifter right in his face? I don't want the Rafines to trade with my Buglers, so I want to take that out. And if he can reveal it with Dawnbringer, I'm going to justify it being better than like Journey and Thraben or Dawnbringer with, he still has to discard the card. So it's not actually card advantage. And I'm swinging with both of them this time. Because they have Vigilance. Oh, Vigilance. Oh, Bugler is, like, honestly, they were really trying to downshift a good card with Bugler. Kind of reminiscent to me of Monastery Swift Spirit. Like, this card is stacked. Or did he do that with Skyfisher's trigger? So he's looking for Guardian's Pledge, so we should start holding up Prismatic Strands now. As he's got the 3 mana for it. And he's got a pretty decent board now. Radiant Fountain and Spirited Companion. We're looking for multiple Prismatic Strands before we start unloading these Goliaths, but we'll definitely play a Goliath the second we've got a Strands in the yard, which I think will be this turn. No, I don't have decent attacks. He's got 1 trade, 1 block, 2 blocks. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. This is one of the times I wish I had a Dawn Charm in the I think I need to start getting big. So let's get ready to play Goliath safely. Let's just put this in the yard. And I mean, with Goliath Ephemerate, we're pretty set to start going off, I think. 5. Goliath. Always yield. Always yield. Always yield. I think we just push the issue and step into the forge. We're trying to whittle his side of the board down, so any chomp blocks he makes are good for us. Yeah, it's decent. Next turn we'll have Muldrifter looking for Prismatic Strands. I'm just banking on getting another one at this point. Oh hey, we do get to draw an extra card even. It's been a while since I hopped all the way through the Undercity. Ooh. Okay, so Mole Drifter Ephemerate looking for Prismatic Strands. There we go. We got there. We just had to cheat a whole lot. So yeah, now we just hold back. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably make another 8 on the fly. I think I just go to the Throne of the Dead 3. These flyers are kind of frustrating, but at the same time, we've got the tools in the deck. As long as they show up. Ooh. Aggressive. Oh, where's my ambusher? He had enough. I mean, he had fun taking out my journeys, so I'm gonna assume he's got journeys and bring in my Dawnbringers. Just levy the tilt. I don't want to journey any of his guys anyway, really. So, going down to 1's pretty nice. We got the single journey. That's wild. Also, I thought this guy said he wanted competitive, and then he doesn't see the match to the end. Aye. Maybe it's because he's got the time advantage. So I'm gonna ambush him when he attacks. And so I jumped in, I started ambushing. What you got? You got 2 off the first one. And Relic. I don't play Graveyard. I mean, Strands. These people are so funny. I was thinking about cycling that on my upkeep because I know I'm gonna cycle it, but at the same time, ooh. Funny, funny. Battle Screech. Oh, this guy is gonna win on time. I'm liking the spirited companions a lot. I think I've been quiet for a long minute, I just realized. I like putting the forge counters on the ambush paratroopers, super excited about that. And vigilance is always dope. Vigilance is always good in this situation. I gotta make sure to win this game though. Going to time will suck. I'm hoping he wants to attack with both of his birds, and I can ambush him in. But if he's got a last breath, then I can't do that. Last breath is decent. I've thought about playing it. Maybe he plays that Lunark. There we go. Let's still eat his bigger one. He gets a land. And I take it back next turn. Maybe I start putting the screws on him with the paratrooper. That'd be... I mean, Spirited Companion's not getting blocked at that rate. Well, let's just take it twice. He doesn't have a flyer to block that, unless he's got, yeah, let's just go like this. We take the initiative. We put him in the trap. And then we're going to take it again. And if we draw Ephemerate, we're definitely going to the Throne of the Dead 3. So we're going to keep up the 1. And we win. No time needed. Goliath Paladin is bonkers good. Guy could have had a Mana Tithe there at the end. But I like the Spirited Companion change quite a bit, honestly. I wasn't missing the 2/1 flyer. I was worried about that, losing the pressure. But I think the pressure from drawing a card is better. Maybe against Burn it's going to hurt more because of the 1 life. And that 1 life adds up with Ephemerate, but even still 1 life is kind of annoying to them. On top of all of our lands, that's the thing. Just the Inspiring Overseer with Ephemerate is not enough against Burn. But on top of the lands, it's quite annoying. Theoretically, if we draw right, we have 6 gain 2s plus 4. We have 10. If we get to play all of our lands towards life gain, we start off with an additional 20. So Burn just has a regular hard time fighting through strands at that point. And if you've been watching, you've seen those Boros matchups where I'll be at 9 for a minute and they'll be lining up bolts trying to kill me, but then I'll play 2 life gain lands and be at 13, and way outside of bolt range all of a sudden. He needs another one. And then he has to use one to fight off the Moldrifter Ephemerate. I like the Moldrifter too much to cut blue. It's crazy. I wanted to build this deck as a mono white deck, like strictly mono white, Goliath Paladin, Prismatic Strands, Ephemerate. That's the core. Everything else is just meant to facilitate that. But Muldrifter is the best source of card draw with Ephemerate, and having an incredible source of card draw like that really makes it easy to find strands, like we did in that last matchup. Like, even though he was mutilating our graveyard, we still had strands ready to go. We still had another strands, another strands, another strands. We'll just keep casting them from hand if we're allowed to Ephemerate Muldrifter. So I like the more low to the ground Spirit Companion onto. When I was playing Spirited Companion, Thraben Inspector, and Inspiring Overseer, and at this point, I might want to cut Bugler for Overseer. Bugler does miss. Overseer doesn't miss. Overseer flies. I really like Bugler grabbing Muldrifter, but at the same time, it's a pretty non-bowish with Goliath Paladin, because sometimes you'll reveal 2 Goliath Paladins and nothing else, and put them on the bottom of the library. So I'm going to try... Oof. But the thing when I was playing Overseer and Spirited Companion, and Thraben Inspector as like the 12 card draw creatures, all for 3, or less with Spirited Companion. But it's a way lesser creature, so that comes with the territory. When I was playing Overseer and Spirited Companion, Fumes was constantly a blowout card against me. That's why I stopped playing Squadron Hawks, because while it's something to do in the early turns and it's good blockers, it's too easy to deal with when they know it's coming, even for burn, and that's when I want them as blockers, and the fact that they can just clean up and then swing in is often like I'm playing into their hand, and I don't like doing that. Burn's a hard matchup in general. That's why my lands are as crazy as they are. Like, I could be... If this was a normal metagame, I could probably get away with playing Lone Missionary and the Gates package, and that'd just be it. Lone Missionary on his own, especially backed up with Ephemerate, is usually enough for burn, or in the past it was enough for burn. Now that they have this like long ticking timer, and specifically they're waiting for the cat and the gate combo, so they've always got Lava Dart. So the best mana gaining, or the best life gaining creature, Lone Missionary, is very much in bad shape in the meta right now. Where his best matchup already has a card that kills 2 of them. So don't even think about flickering him. To that end, I see why people are playing Dawnbringer Cleric. I mean, I'm playing Dawnbringer Cleric. But if it was strictly for life gain and life, like in the situation that Pestilence runs into, I really like Temple Acolyte and the other clone. There are 8 of those, and they're actually pretty decent. I played an Orzhov Pestilence deck where I was playing. Let me see if I can draw a mock-up real quick of it. Let's see, white-black, colorless creatures. It was 4 Arishan Cleric and 4 Temple Acolyte. ST. Temple Acolyte, along with GH. I got Wellspring and the Deadly Dispute package. So, um, Reckoner's Bargain and Deadly Dispute. And these guys, just being a creature, gaining life, being around in the early game, along with you sacrifice them when they're about to kill them because they do die. Reckoner's Bargain. You can afford to play Snuff Outs, Cast Downs and Auto include. With all these targeted kills, I was playing a good amount of Chainer's Edicts and Pestilence. And you can see how the deck kind of builds itself right here, where we just go Pestilence, Guardian. And throw in 20 lands, or make a couple of cuts, like Snuff Out, Chainers, and then 22 lands. And it's really efficient. Like, the creatures all do exactly what they need to do. They get you out of life range, get them into life range. Pestilence cleans up wide boards. Once you wipe the wide board, you can use Chainer's Edict to kill a big guy. It draws a ton of cards with the Deadly Dispute or Wellspring, Reckoner's Bargain, and you toss Cleric onto the bus whenever you need to. And you play like an all-white sideboard like I got with the Sky Blue package up here for just take everything out, don't worry about nothing. I'd probably swap the Dawnbringers for maybe Fragmentize or something simple like that, because the life gain part of Dawnbringer is taken care of, and the main creatures with the Temple Acolytes and the Arishan Clerics. And when you gain as much life as you do playing those cards all together, the Reckoner's Bargain on the Arishan Cleric specifically being like the combo, minimal combo, but combo that does turn two cards into 5 life, and you can block a guy. So maybe you prevent a Mirror Enforcer from swinging in, and it gains an additional 4. When you're starting to do Pestilence math, that 9 health that combo prevented is a pretty big deal, and you can leverage that to wipe the board entirely, play another Cleric, maybe 2, so that they have to remove 2 of them to kill Pestilence. And then when you're going to wipe the board, you know it, you can just Deadly Dispute your guy. That list is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit too slow for the meta. I haven't seen anybody attempting the Guardian Pestilence without, like, splashing blue for a whole bunch of counter spells alongside the, like, Pristine Talisman, and I think you're stretching yourself way too thin at that point. I'm trying to think if, like, I want to play something else, maybe. This deck is really, really good. It's just that the wins are repetitive. It's weird. Once you start winning, you don't stop. It's got a very large avalanche effect. So the fun games are the ones where you're not really winning for a long time, and you have to build up to that level. And since no one's showing up, I'm definitely not hopping in a league, but with the win rate against, like, the Demir and the Kuldotha that I feel like I got, I'm not scared of a league with this list. I could probably get a 3-2, and I'd be happy with that. Um, I don't know how the prizes work, so I don't know if, like, getting a 3-2 means you can play again, because then I'd close down the stream and just call this Pauper League Sky Blue. Testing was good. I don't know about the Bugler. I'm so torn. I kind of want to get rid of the Spirited Companion and go back up on Overseer, because Overseer is just a better body. And I don't want to draw. I don't want to draw out End the Festivities or Suffocating Fumes. So I don't want to have eight cards main deck that are vulnerable to it. I might cut 2 lands and play two more Inspiring Overseers. I kind of like that, because then I've got 6 cards that are vulnerable to Fumes or Festivities or Trickery. But I also get 2 more bodies in the air, and I get to keep the 4 low curve bodies. And I was thinking about playing a couple, oh, what is that card called? It's the Sphere. The land sphere. The white sphere. Oh, the Fair Basilica. The Fair Basilica. I was thinking about playing a couple of those. So maybe chopping a couple of lands out for a couple of Inspiring Overseers would be basically the same thing. BGH Overseer. 26 creatures is also very nice. I like the idea of loading it up so that Bugler hits are good. And Bugler hitting Squadron Hawk is kind of a nightmare. I hadn't even thought of those together. I like Squadron Hawk a lot as like how to figure out mulligans and how to like play the very start of the game. Squadron Hawk's a very good card, but even late game when you draw it and you can like play the. I did have one time where you can play the. I'm not gonna interrupt myself. The 8-mana 4/4 on 4 bodies, like that's kind of like very mediocre that late. While this ambusher guy is always good. Early game he's good. He's late game good. He doesn't die to fumes. Let's see. What was I trying to interrupt myself with? Oh, one time I did have a situation where I had not drawn any Squadron Hawks all game, and then I rushed to the Throne of the Dead 3 pulling a Squadron Hawk, and you know, you don't turn down a 3/3, or is it a 4/4, 5/5? Muldrifter is a 5/5, isn't he? So it's 3/1 counters. You don't turn down a. Why can't I get my words down? Yeah, you don't turn down like an empty hand turning into a 4/4 on board and 3 more 1/1s. Like that's just a good board. So, in the very rare circumstance where you hit Muldrift or Squadron Hawk off of part of the Dead 3, it's a pretty decent hit, but that almost never happens. I'm gonna go with another guy, and then I'm gonna pick up my land. I really like Spirited Companion in this matchup. That was great. And not in this matchup, but in this game so far. In this matchup, it's probably very mediocre. He's on 5. He's probably getting close to 7, where he can just dump out 4 Mirror Enforcers. But I've got a very good matchup against Affinity, so I'm not worried about losing to Affinity. I even kind of like matchups where they tell me, well, all your creatures are going to be colorless. You can get rid of strands. I'm only playing. Oh, hey. That's fun. Go for it. Yeah, you can afford to sacrifice a blood token. You can even get the guy back. Ooh, a fountain. I wasn't expecting that kind of generosity. So where do I take this turn? I think I want to try and empty my hand just a little bit, but this would be a great time to Muldrifter Ephemerate, honestly. Putting strands in the yard when you only have Muldrifter on the field has been bad, though. So, I'm just going to go with this. And end of turn, the Paratrooper. He's on 3 lands. You have your 4th. Kanku. On the Blood Fountain. That's interesting. Journeying a Blood Fountain's almost better than journeying a land. Let's hope I see Journey. Although that's the Journey target. Now I'm going to go for the Muldrifter Ephemerate. Especially with 2 Ephemerates. Three Ephemerates. And I'm going to discard the Prismatic Strands now that I've got that. White creatures on the battlefield, I can cast it. Because it's not going to be too useful. Not against his creatures anyhow, but saving a mole drifter with it might be fun. Next turn we're going to have 6 mana, so we can play the Goliath Paladin, but I'd really like to draw some more cards, find a couple of journeys now at this point. Jeez. What you gonna pick this time? Blood Tonkin. This guy's creative, I'll give him that. I can do that and soak up 4 of it and look for some journeys. It's a lot of life he's been dealing me. But I have a lot of cards. So I'm gonna get to draw him. I found 1 journey. Should probably use it on the Mirror Enforcer because it's got the most damage potential. And let's throw down a Overseer. Now what do we discard? It's probably gonna be Mole Drifters and Buglers, right? Island? Am I scared of munitions? I mean, he does lethal me next turn. I'm pretty scared of munitions. Maybe that's a solid reason to blink the Overseer. So that there, that there. Do I let the 2 through? Yeah, I'm not worried about the 2. Am I? I'm trying to gain 2. I don't think I can afford to be worried about the 2. I think I need a blocker another turn. I can start playing Goliaths now that he's got 1 flyer currently. That's nice. Back up to 12. Hey! Yeah, his only hope was to start munitioning me. That was pretty amazing. And now I can revoke all of his hopes. Strands hurt, felt bad at all times. I'm willing to bet he doesn't let us do ephemerate tricks. I've wanted to try taking ephemerate out and seeing how this goes. Now the deck is just all beef. All beef all the time. Yeah, pretty much. Ambush, Paratrooper, Journey. Those guys aren't like straight beef, but it's mostly just ambush paratroopers sitting out alone. I could swap ephemerate for the paratrooper, but the paratrooper does late game really well. For instance, getting the Goliath Paladin up to 4 power makes Mirror Enforcer look a little bit silly. 4/7 blocks it pretty well. And I want to get Militia Bugler down early this time because the Frog Mites really nearly killed me. Almost. Straight almost killed me. Oh, this hand is beautiful. If I could have every hand start with Muldrifter, I would. Oh, and the Chancery? I can't believe my luck. Next turn 3, but again, and Chancery? That's pretty good. As long as he doesn't have land destruction, and Affinity doesn't normally have land destruction. He's starting slow so far, so... I mean, so far, he played 1 land. So I think stick to the plan. He's expecting like a revoke existence or something right there. That's why he's holding up Deadly Dispute. And this way we can get the one tap land out of our hand. It takes our theoretical life from 40 down to... Wait, what? Why did his lands untap? Oh. Because he never tapped them. I got a bad habit of always yielding to that and then deciding I need the mana after the fact. When it's too late. Trackpad gaming has its quirks. Like the clock mattering so much. Even though I'm playing a pretty mid-range beatdown deck. Against proper beatdown decks, I'm not doing too much. I mean, strands and blockers is a lot to them. So, I take that back. Do miss having Rafines, toss the strands, and then block with Rafines, give it protection. Oh, that felt like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. This card is its own protection. And Thraben Inspector is its own protection, and it's protecting me from losses. I suffer no loss by playing a Thraben Inspector. It is a beautiful outcome. They deal damage, and they block. And it's got 0 investment costs. That guy's looking for a journey. He's looking to go on a journey. Although it looks like he's got, 2 artifacts to tap and 1 blue mana for that metallic rebuke. So I'm just gonna not cast Journey this turn. And just chill until next turn when he can't rebuke it. Because I'll just pay for it. Man, I need a hat with a brim. I need one of these. What do we got coming down? Nothing scary. Once again, he's got 3 artifacts to tap. I think he's resting on rebuke. Frogums. What's funny is they can either rebuke or dispute, so either way, Journey's not the best card. Yeah, I'd prefer they tap low like that so that I can just exile it. Ooh! That's even better, though. Is it, though? I'm at 5 now, so I can just do both. And he's tapped out a Metallic Rebuke. So I definitely take Mirror Enforcer. And now the question is, do I exile 2 lands, or should one of my targets be Frogmite? And I think taking him off of red and taking a black source is the better route. Well, I think he's trying to Metallic Rebuke. Shame. If he's got the counter target sorcery, he's got it, but I don't think that exists. Yeah. Yeah, that's how the Affinity matchup goes. We once again have the Raven Inspector Chancery. The Raven Inspector Chancery. Close to, Cleansing Wildfire. Close to Cleansing Wildfire, G's. And the bridge and a regular land, right? It's three cards that you want to see in your opening hand. Plains, Chancery, Raven Inspector. It's lower odds than theirs. Well, with the life loss, now I want to start gaining life. So I'll just crack the clue this turn. Should have been able to do this turn. Apologies, opponent. Ooh! You don't often see the double Boyzone start. And the duress is spicy too. Aha! Got him! Not that it does me too good. An untapped land, though, that would have been nice. I can't even block with this guy, and he's not even hasted. He's just gonna come into play next turn. I really should have attacked. We got the Road Captain. We got the Rat Town. Rat Town's very dealable, though. I'm very copacetic with Rat Town. He's got no attackers. I should have had no blockers, but what can you do? I'm just gonna drop that down and the Overseer. Could rush towards Mole Drifter and play a tap land this turn, but I want to trade with the Nezumi Road Captain. If he doesn't have removal. Attackers go like this. I want to block, block. And then he has to pick which one he wants to kill. Suffocating Fumes makes that very different, though. Didn't consider that one. Do I pull my Thraben Inspector out to try and save it? Because I'm not killing his guy now. So I think I do. He didn't want to trade, we don't have to trade. Let's see here. Do we just go right up to Mole Drifter, or do we try and start gaining life off the Kabiras, I think? With that being his whole motive, I think taking him off of it will help a lot. And we've got cards to draw off these blues. And now I've got another set of double blockers for the Nezumi. Yield to the next end step. And sometime soon I'll be able to start casting Prismatic Strands. Put two in front of the Road Captain. Basically, I always block the Road Captain if I can kill it, because, well, it's got Menace. So if I can kill it, I want to get it off the board, because I want to be able to block other things actively. And the Rat Colony doesn't do much, I don't think. I think I just play Thraben Inspector, or play Big Brain Inspector, and gain 2 more life. We've got an untapped source of 2 more life. See, next turn, if he just attacks in without manipulating the board at all, I'll just block the rat colony with the Raven Inspector and the Chittering Rats with the Mole Drifter. He's probably got some kind of combat trick, but taking his guys off the board is a bigger deal than mine. Another 2 more life. That's probably getting pretty annoying. Another Mole Drifter. And another Raven. It's been a good turn. And I'm signaling that I don't have Ephemerate by yielding until next end step, but I'm way behind on time. And I can barely see, so I don't want to worry about it too much. I can actually see the stream better on the video over there. He's got 5 cards in hand. What's going on over there? And it just happens to be the exact turn in which we can Goliath Paladin and Prismatic Strengths. Wow. The world is ours. These games are kind of boring, I'll be totally honest. This deck plays itself. I need 2 blockers to block the Menace guy. He's taking himself down for me. No attacks means I get a card. Because he didn't want to sacrifice a card. We forge up Drifterino. And then this is just kind of salt in the wounds, but I'm going to go ahead and ephemerate this immediately. With the right tools, this deck just kind of works and makes the opponent's deck not work. If they're reliant on damage, if they're trying to do combat, you can just scare them out of it half the time, and then the other half of the time. See that's a nice thing about Spirited Companion I hadn't thought of yet. I definitely want to side it out. It is the weakest on 2 play, whereas Dawnbringer might be very relevant on 2 here. Dude seems to like his Nezumi Road captains. I'm not super excited about this hand, but I can cycle twice while playing Radiant Fountain and picking it up. So, I like it, but it's not great. Like, if I draw 3 of an Inspector, I'll probably play that instead. But, as is, Radiant Fountain is pretty dope. Pretty decent. We'll send this first one to go get a plane. Well, we got a plane, so we'll go get an island. Planes just keep gaslighting me into thinking that everybody's plural. Graph rats.